Jack Benny Show, brought to you for the last time by Lucky Strike, starring Jack Benny, Dennis Day, Rochester, and yours truly, Don Wilson. And here's the bankrupt man himself, Jack Benny.
Well, Don, thanks, but that's gotta be one of the meanest things you've said about me. What do you mean, brought to you for the last time by Lucky Strike?
Well, Jack,
And what do you mean, soon to be bankrupt?
Jack?
What, did something happen?
Jack!
What?
Smoking is being banned in public areas, and tobacco companies won't be able to advertise anymore. Lucky Strike has said they can't support us anymore.
Well...
I know this is a little hard to handle, but Jack, this show is being cancelled.
But that means no more money. That means no more show. That means no more money. You know, Don, I think I should tell you, I am opposed to these smoking bans and regulations because...
Mr. Benny?
Oh, Rochester, what are you doing down at the station?
Well, I just thought since I was going to be fired and all of that, I might as well pick up my paycheck and leave.
Now, where do you get the idea that I'm going to be firing you?
Well, it's not exactly firing, it's just, since I can't light up in the workplace anymore, and since the workplace is your house, that maybe I should just pick up my paycheck and go to some place like Ohio that doesn't have smoking bans.
That's ridiculous. You mean Ohio, and they do have smoking bans. And besides, quitting just because of smoking bans, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Now about my paycheck?
You know, Rochester, I think you should know that, you know, I'm opposed to these smoking bans and regulations because...
Oh, hello, Benny.
Oh, hey, kid. I know I always regret asking why you're late, so I won't even bother.
I know you're mad that I'm late. I actually left early so I could get here on time.
But you're not on time.
Well, you see, that's because I was arrested while I was at the restaurant.
Now, why would you do a stupid thing like that?
Well, I had to eat before I came here.
No, Dennis. I mean, why did you get arrested?
Well, I was practicing singing that Lucky Strike cigarette song, you know, the one that I was going to sing today.
Yeah, why did that get you arrested?
The officer said I wasn't allowed to have a billboard near a school.
This is ridiculous. I thought you said you were at a restaurant, and singing isn't a billboard.
Well, I thought it was funny how they sat me at a desk, but the officer said that it counted because I was singing so loud that the guy that was painting the billboard was starting to write down the lyrics.
I shouldn't have asked. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You should be able to express yourself out in public. I mean, you have freedom of speech, and I think that includes song. And those smokers that want to smoke in public with their friends, they should be allowed to. I mean, people can choose to stay away from the restaurants and places where people are allowed to smoke if they don't want to. And if a business wants to get rid of it, well, then that's the business owner's choice. Businesses have rights too, you know? Think of all those people whose jobs are just to sell the cigarettes at the restaurants and other places. I mean, they live off selling it. You know, just that and tips. You know, I think I should tell you, I'm opposed to these smoking bans and regulations because...
Mr. Benny, you haven't tipped anybody in your entire life. Now, speaking about pay, weren't you just about to pay me?
Now, Rochester, I think that the important part of your job with me was the experience that you've gained along the way. I think that, you know, you were more than just an employee, but you were a true friend.
Yeah. Now, about my paycheck.
You know, well, Rochester, hey, you know, Don looks kind of sad over there. What's wrong, Don?
Well, Jack, Lucky Strike can't advertise or sponsor entertainment and programs anymore. That means I can't give any more of those cleverly hidden or worked in commercials that the audience never knew were commercials anymore. You know, the ones that said Lucky Strike cigarettes were round and firm and fully packed. The ones that said Lucky Strike meant fine tobacco.
Well, Don, this is really too much. I need a cigarette. Do you want one?
Mr. Benny, didn't you hear? We can't smoke in our workplace anymore.
Well, this is simply too much. Rochester, I think I've been trying to tell you for quite some time during this broadcast that I'm opposed to these smoking bans and regulations because...
Mr. Benny?
Not now, Rochester. I've been trying to say that I'm opposed to these smoking bans and regulations.
Mr. Benny, I thought you should know that...
Dennis, not now. I've been trying to say, I'm opposed to these smoking bans and regulations because...
Jack, I think...
Don, not now. I'm trying to say something important here. Well, anyway, I've been trying to say that I oppose these smoking bans and regulations because, well, because we're supported by the tobacco companies. Without them, we're not able to work, and because I'm a casual smoker myself, and I think that us smokers should have, rights. I think it's our right to be able to do this.
But, Mr. Benny!
What is it?
Well, I just thought that they're about to change the laws, and soon enough smoking won't even be allowed to air.
You know what? I've had it up to here with this. This may be our last broadcast, but you know what? I can't take this anymore. I quit.
Darn. Now I need to finish and produce this show. But where are we going to find someone stupid enough to produce a show with no lead, no talent, and no sponsor?
Excuse me. I'm Douglas Miller. I represent the interests of Goal Entertainment. We were looking for a new show that we could put on, and I was wondering, is this Studio 5B?
No, but would you be interested in our show?
Well, yeah, I'm a big fan of, what show is this again?
The Not Jack Benny Show?
Oh, yeah, I've seen every episode. We'll produce it.
Great. Well, that's all the time we have for today.